Today's going to be a very interesting video. This is not the average video that I tend to put out on this channel. Usually I like to do showcases, whether it be armor or updates or different weapons that you can find around the server. Today I'm going to be talking about the actual players who use these weapons and these armor sets. And by that, I mean today we're going to be trying to figure out who is the best catacombs player, the best dungeon player at the moment, at the time I'm recording this. Obviously, this is subject to change and probably will as time goes on. So don't be surprised if this video gets outdated very quickly. So if you're watching this video in like 2022 for some reason, this just probably isn't relevant at all. But for those of you who are watching it at the time of uploading it, this could cause some debate. So I'm kind of curious to see who actually is the best catacombs player. So there are three main categories that I want to take a look at today. First and foremost, we're going to be looking at catacombs level. This is the easiest way to determine who is the best dungeons player. So obviously I could just look at the leaderboard and see who has the most catacombs XP and directly say they are the best catacombs player. But that doesn't always mean that they're the actual best at the game. I want to bring in some other factors such as the amount of secrets they've found in total, also as well as their gear. Gear is something that is a little bit more of a controversial topic, or for this type of chart, I guess. It's one of those things that doesn't really matter because it depends on how you play with what you have. So for example, I could obviously say anyone who has a Hyperion is the best dungeons player, and that just information isn't relevant because I know a lot of Catacombs 28 players who are just wealthy in the game and have a Hyperion. This does not make them the best Catacombs player by any means. So in today's video, we're going to be looking at Catacombs XP, we're going to be looking at total amounts of secret found, as well as asking some of the other top players on the server who play Catacombs who they believe is the ultimate best dungeon player. Before we start researching though, I do want to say thank you so much for all the support recently. Only a small percentage of the people who watch this video are actually subscribed. So if you aren't subscribed yet, consider subscribing. This is day 5 of daily uploads. Let's see how long I can go for. But yeah, overall, thank you guys so much for the support. Leave a like on the video if you guys like the idea behind this. Now let's do some research. For those of you who are familiar with Hypixel Skyblock and the Catacombs and dungeons as a whole, Catacombs goes all the way up to level 50 at the time I'm recording this. At the moment, your boy, I'm working my way up to level 28, but there are some players who are well beyond me. Right now, the highest level Catacombs player is Catacombs level 36. He doesn't hold this title alone. There are actually 4 players that I am aware of that have Catacombs 36. Please correct me at any point in the video if I get any information wrong. This is just, obviously this isn't going to be an official who is like the best Catacombs player. This is going to be a rough guess and obviously opinion based. But right now there are 4 players at Catacombs level 36. So let's meet those 4 players. For a little portion of this video, we are actually going to be on Skycrypt. For those of you who don't know, this is the newly updated sky.ly.mo type of website. It basically, Skyly has no longer continued their site. So Skycrypt has come along, or SkyShiu, and this is the newest and up-to-date site that you guys can use. So you guys can see the URL up there at the top. Right now I have 4 tabs open. These are the 4 Catacombs 36 players. Currently in first place in terms of Catacombs XP on the entire server is _dungeons. He is almost halfway towards Catacombs 37 already, which is quite ridiculous. And as you can see, he has 2.4 million XP in the Catacombs 36. Second, we have Yarns, who is 474k in the Cata 36. He recently just got there. We also have Vordy, who is at 1.2 mil in the Cata 36. And we have Egom. Egom was originally the first place Catacombs player before Floor 7 came out. In terms of completed runs, right now he's at 96. Whereas _dungeons, who has been playing the floor a little bit more, is at 269. As you guys can see, _dungeons has definitely stepped up his grind game since Floor 7 has released. So by quickly looking at this, we can see that _dungeons is the farthest along in Catacombs level. Whether or not that makes him the best dungeons player, we're going to have to look a little bit closer to see if he actually is. Quickly, I want to cover gear. Gear is something that is very important to make sure that you can actually play to your fullest ability. At the time of recording this, _dungeons, he's pretty set in terms of gear. He has a full storm set. Right now he runs wither goggles with spirit boots when he needs to, but as you can see in his inventory, he has his storm boots ready to go. Also, he's flexing on us with the Growth 7 and the Prot 7. Pretty maxed out if I do say so myself. He also has a Hyperion, which is the most expensive weapon in the game. So he has that going for him, as well as an Ice Spray Wand and a few other things. Yeti Sword, as well as a Midas Staff. Basically all the things that he needs. I think it is safe to say that _dungeons is well set off in terms of gear. If we move over to Yarns here, he's running an Archer class. He's got Boomerangs, Flower of Truth. He also has a Hyperion, being the most expensive sword in the game at the time of recording this. He tends to wear full Necron, as you can see. He's wearing a Tarantula helmet and Spirit Boots at the moment. that little spirit boot bug, or not really sure if it's a bug or a perk, I guess, where you can kind of fly through the first phase. And he has his Necron boots in his inventory. Third is Vordy. Right now we can only see his armor because his other APIs are off, but he is also wearing a Tarantula helm as well as 3/4 Necron armor. So I'm not sure if he is a Hyperion. Not really sure if I can check without just messaging him. So let me know in the comments down below if you've seen him rocking one. Fourth, we have Egom. He's also running an Archer setup at the moment with an Ice Spray Wand, Flower of Truth. From what I can see, he does not have a Hyperion, so that is 1 point down, I guess you could say. He does also have a bunch of the other classics, such as the Yeti Sword, Midas Staff, Spirit Scepter, and he does run 3/4 Necron, switches between Bonzo Mask to make sure that he can survive when you drop down on that first phase there, and he, yeah, that's kind of what I'm seeing here. He also has a Tarantula helm here. So as you can see from the last three who are running Archer, it looks like 3/4 Necron and the Tarantula helmet is the method that they are choosing to go about with their gear. A very large part of dungeons when it comes to clearing the actual floor itself is finding a lot of secrets. Something I'm working on, but these players definitely know where secrets are, I'll tell you that much. So we're going to be looking at the amount of secrets that they had found in total. So for example, right now we are looking at, who am I looking at right now? I'm looking at Yarns. Yarns has a little over 25,000 secrets found in total, which is quite ridiculous if I do say so myself. Absolute absurd numbers. In third, we have Egom, who has 26.8k secrets found. Definitely no small number there as well. Quite insane. Vordy also has, well, not also, he has 36,000 secrets found. So as you can see, we're kind of moving in an upward direction. And if you think 36,000 is crazy, well, _ Dungeons, at the time I'm recording this right now, has over 50,000 secrets found. I believe this is first place on the server in terms of secrets found, but that is just absolutely absurd. That is over 14,000 secrets above second place, Vordy. So as you can see, _ Dungeons knows where his secrets are. So I only broke down the top 4 Catacombs players, meaning top 4 in Catacombs XP. Obviously, a big part of this is they may just have more time than lower levels to actually grind the game. There's a lot of level 35s and 34s who have the same gear and who play just as much, as well as a lot of secrets found. But right now I'm mainly kind of prioritizing Catacombs XP. So what I want to do is I want to go ahead and ask a bunch of Cata 30 plus players who they believe is the best Dungeons player on the server. After talking to many top players on the server who main in Catacombs, the main consensus that I saw from like one-on-ones and group calls that I hopped into is that 15H actually is the most technical and skill-based in terms of actual dungeons. He knows where his secrets are. There's no question about that. He also knows the puzzles really well, and he does a ridiculous amounts of damage, and he's honestly just very strategical. What you guys are watching right now is a video that he actually uploaded on his new YouTube channel. He uploaded this the day I'm recording this, so yesterday for you guys, and this is the current world record run at the time recording this, and in fact I think it was actually just beaten. So it's pretty crazy, just the way he moves around and his awareness of what's actually around him, the way he walks in to find secrets is honestly just a work of art. Right now I'm looking at the video, so I'm going to skip ahead to the boss fight because this is something that I believe you guys should see. It's pretty crazy. So this was the old world record, obviously. Right now, they're entering the first stage of Necron, and his party is also very stacked as well. Yarns, _ Dungeons, 2 people who we also talked about in this video. Complex Origin, big name on the server as well, the developer behind SBE. We also got Heatran, who is a solid healer, and overall just makes for a pretty goated dungeon team, if I'm being honest. The way they move around and their awareness of how the floor works and how the runs work is quite insane. And I'm very happy to announce that I have a special video coming up very soon with 15H. We're going to be breaking down the current world record. This is now the old world record because they actually just beat it. And at the time recording this, he might have even beat the new one that I'm thinking of. So I'm excited for that. We're going to be breaking down the world record, where he thinks he could have saved time, things that they did very well. But overall, their awareness of just how the game is played is second to none. Through my interviews, it was also very apparent that _ Dungeons has the most time committed to dungeons. Just the amount of secrets he's found alone, over 50,000. That is not a small number. Also, he is #1 in Cata XP. So right now, in my eyes, this is opinion-based. I believe that it is near a close tie, or very close, between _ Dungeons and 15H for who is the best Catacombs player. Anyways, that is completely opinion-based, but let me know what you guys think, or who you guys think the best dungeon player is in the comment section down below. Without further ado though, that's going to be it for me today. If you guys did enjoy, subscribe to the channel, leave a like on the video if you guys did enjoy, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for another video. Alright, take care.